Hello students, in this video lesson we will cover more questions of the back exercise from the chapter tissues of your Ncert textbook. These questions are on page number 79. We have already covered question 1 and question 2, so we will start with question number 3. How are simple tissues different from complex tissues in plants? The simple tissues consist of only one type of cells, whereas complex tissues are made up of more than one type of cells. The simple tissues have cells which are more similar in structure and perform similar functions, whereas in complex tissues, different types of cells perform different functions. The simple tissues are of three types: parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma, whereas complex tissues are of two types, xylem and phloem. The next question is to differentiate between parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma on the basis of their cell walls. See children, in parenchyma cell walls are relatively thin and cells in the parenchyma tissues are loosely packed. Also, the cell walls in this tissue is made up of cellulose. Whereas in collenchyma, the cell wall is irregularly thickened at the corners and there is very little space between the cells. Also, collenchyma is made up of pectin. Whereas in sclerenchyma, the cell walls are uniformly thickened and there are no intercellular spaces at all. Also, there is an additional layer of the cell wall composed mainly of lignin. The next question is, what are the functions of stomata? The stomata are the site of exchange of gases like carbon dioxide and oxygen with the atmosphere in the leaves. Also, there is a loss of excess of water in the form of water vapor, which is known as transpiration from the leaves. The next question is to diagrammatically show the difference between the three types of muscle fibers. The muscle fibers have the power of contraction and relaxation in response to a stimulus. Muscular tissues are of three types: striated muscles, which are also known as skeletal muscles or voluntary muscles; unstriated muscles, which are also known as smooth muscles or involuntary muscles; and cardiac muscles. These diagrams are displayed in front of you. The next question is, what is the specific function of the cardiac muscle? See children, these muscles are found only in the walls of heart. So, the specific function of the cardiac muscles is to control the contraction and relaxation of the heart throughout life. The next question, that is question number 8, is to differentiate between striated, unstriated and cardiac muscles on the basis of their structure and site or location in the body. See children, when we talk about the shape and structure of the striated muscles, these are long, cylindrical, non-tapering muscles having dark and light bands. These are unbranched muscles. What about the shape and structure of unstriated muscles? These are long and tapering. Also, they are unbranched and the dark and light bands are absent in them. Whereas in the cardiac muscles, these are cylindrical and non-tapering. They are branched and the dark and light bands are present in them, but they are less prominent. Now, talking about their site or location in the body, striated muscles are present in hands, legs and skeletal muscles, whereas unstriated muscles are present in the walls of stomach, intestine, ureters and bronchi, and the cardiac muscles are present in heart. The next question is to draw a labeled diagram of a neuron. Now we know that the neuron is the functional unit of the nervous system. It is composed of cell body, which is also known as cyton or soma, having a large centrally placed nucleus surrounded by cytoplasm and all the cell organelles like mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, etc. Several short thread-like structures arise from the cyton. These structures are called dendrites, and one of the branches grow very large. This branch is known as axon, which ends at axon ending or the nerve ending. The diagram is displayed in front of you. Draw it in your notebook. We will cover the rest of the questions in the next video lesson.